Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura Show. Good morning, good morning. Hello, hi everybody, welcome back. Sometimes computers can't handle having live streams on them. It's okay, there was a bunch happening in the background of my computer that I was not understanding or aware of, and now my eye is going to give me grief. Please hold while I just touch my eye. I know this is what you came here for. Something is touching my eye. I know what it is. It's a false lash. Please just hold while I try not to have tears. How annoying. I have like an eyelash touching my eyeball. Okay, good morning everybody. Perhaps Discord on your phone will be a good idea for a bit. Yeah, probably a good idea. Sorry, I have an eyelash directly in my eyeball. I need to, right now, after all that, step away from my camera for a sec to get the eyelash out of my eyeball. I can feel it, and it's gonna make me absolutely crazy. Oh, you're so cute. I literally, everything is just going wrong this morning. I'm literally blind now. Jab myself in the eye. Ugh. Okay. I just put in. Oh God. Why? I literally can't catch a break. Come on, eyeballs. Don't screw with me right now. All right. Let's hope that that is going to be good. Oh my God, my eyes are going bonanza. Hi, everybody. Apologies, everyone. Apologies for the loveliness that is a delayed beginning to the stream. Sometimes that's just what happens, and apparently my computer can't handle it right now. It's just not the time for me. And that's just all there is to say about that. And we're just going to have to be okay with it. We are knitting today. We're going to just consider this a new start. We're restarting the stream, okay? Let me just move this up just a little. Not that much. I still want you to be able to see Toby, you know? Maybe I can get lower. Nope, I'm lower already, as low as I can go. Okay, we are knitting today. After all of that, we are knitting. See if I can just get myself. Nope, I cannot. Cool. All right, well, hopefully that doesn't completely deter people from coming into the stream, but we'll just make do. We'll just crop it. Louisa donated to your new PC fund. I saw that, Louisa. That made me laugh. Thank you so much. Thank you. That's very kind of you. It is on the list of things that we are going to be buying. So thank you. But it is a big purchase. So it's one of those things where I'm trying to delay it as long as possible. I mean, I can obviously see the computer is starting to give up on us. but I don't have control over that part. Oh my god, I'm gonna go crazy and pull out every single one of my eyelashes today. I am overstimulated right now. I did so good about not getting upset about this computer just being completely off its rocker this morning. I just breathed through it, and it was nobody's fault, so I just waited it out, and Alex came and did a bunch of stuff. My eyes are bothering me a lot right now. I feel like a hair in my eyes. Okay. I can't even give you a second camera angle right now because my computer just went kaput on it and it doesn't show, so you're gonna just have to believe that I'm knitting. It's turning out great, I'll tell you that. The scarf, I think we're gonna really get it finished today, which is awesome. Did you even get to see the dog? No, I did not. My computer could not handle it. So for this one, I'm doing up to here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So, what happened this weekend? Happy December, guys. Good morning. Happy December. Welcome. Sorry we lost close to an hour today on technical difficulties, but I'm back. I'm here. And happy December. Oops. Happy December. It is officially winter here. There's fully snow. We are just a fully snow place now. It just is. We are just in Winterville. I'm trying to be okay with it because I live in Canada and you can't really be upset that winter came because it comes every single year. But every year I'm shocked and disappointed. Like, oh, I can't believe it happened again. I thought it was never going to happen anymore. Alas. There is still winter. So I'm doing the basket weave stitch, which I now have memorized, which is awesome. It makes it so I don't have to have the book out. I just have to know where I'm at in the stitches in order to complete it properly. And I did make a mistake a few rows ago, but I was able to just like drop down a couple of stitches and pick them up and pull them up to the work so that I wouldn't have to like go back and redo anything. Oh my god, we fixed the Christmas tree yesterday and Ada helped. Oh, that's so cool. Alex wants to do a Christmas tree this year. We've never done one. We've been together. This is our, sorry birdies, this is our 15th Christmas. And we've never had a Christmas tree. I think maybe when we lived in our first apartment, we had an artificial, it was like an artificial tree, but it was like 1 foot tall. Like it was like from Walmart or the dollar store or something. So it wasn't like a Christmas tree. There wasn't like room to put like ornaments and decorate it and stuff. So, yeah, he wants to do one this year. And we went to the store for an unrelated reason. And then we saw the live Christmas trees and they're $30 for the smaller ones. They're like, for me, they're not even small. They're 5 feet tall, but that's the size. The 5 foot tall ones were $30 and they came with their own base. So you don't even need to buy anything else. Do not get any real trees though. I love real trees. I know reasons and ecology, but the trees that you're buying are from tree farms. They're not from places like they're from tree farms that are built, that are growing them for that purpose. It's not like you're not saving a tree by not buying one because they are being farmed for that purpose. They'll never be left alone. Those trees are always going to be harvested. At least here, there's tree farms for Christmas trees, so it's like they're getting cut down, you know? Anyway, I also found there's a few varieties of pine trees that are safe for the birds, so we could get one and the birds could enjoy it. Alex wants the smell of real Christmas tree, so either we get a real Christmas tree or we don't get any Christmas tree, but then we pick up some like boughs, you know? Fire hazard and the pine needles will drop everywhere. I'm not worried about either of those things because I will not be putting it in a location that has anything near it. Alex's room is much more empty than my room. So it would be in Alex's, we call them our rooms. This is like my office and that's his office. So in his office is where the tree would live, and he doesn't have this kind of busyness around him because he is much more of a neat person. And then pine needles dropping, I live a life of birds and cats and dogs. I am very much used to all kinds of mess. Plus, I grew up with a real Christmas tree, so I understand the mess that comes with them. But alas, I still think they're lovely. I'm almost on my knit across row. When I was little, we used to go, like my dad would take the kids, 4 kids. My dad would take us to the Christmas tree farm, and we would have hot apple cider, and we would go pick a tree, and my dad would cut it down with an axe. Like we were in the olden days. You could pick a tree from the front lot at the Christmas tree farm, or you could go for a little hike and find your perfect tree and cut it down yourself. And that's what my dad would do. And we would sit there as kids and pick out the tree, and he would cut it down. Which, now looking back, I'm like, that was so much extra unnecessary work for him. All of the things we needed were available at the front of the farm, but instead, with 4 small children, he hiked, and then we would come home and my mom will have baked something. So I don't remember her being there for the tree part, but I remember whenever we would come home, there would be like hot chocolate and a baked good ready for us after getting the tree. And then the tree would sit outside for a day or two, and then we'd bring it in, and it would be a whole big thing. And my parents, they put an addition onto our house when we were little, and the addition, it was tall. It was like they basically put an extra room on the house. So it was an old house. They added an extra room, but the room they added was one big room with big ceilings onto the back of the house with like lots of windows. So it was like they added a room that you sit in to watch the backyard and the gardens and stuff. And in that room, they decided instead of having it be 1 floor high, they made it 2 floors high, but didn't separate the floors. So it was really tall ceilings. So when we would have a Christmas tree, we could get like a big one. So we would, and then it would be like, we don't have any way to decorate the top of this tree. So the decorations would get quite sparse once you passed the 6-foot mark. All right, I finished another row. We're looking good. A few more rows on this ball, and then we have 1 more ball of yarn left. And I do think we'll finish it today because this is probably 3 rows. Yeah, I think we're gonna be fine. I think we're gonna get this scarf done. I'm just a little bit nervous about weaving in the ends on this thing because I just don't feel confident weaving ends in knitting projects. Let's see, can I connect this again? There we go. Good. My camera has connected. Now you can actually watch what I'm up to here. Hold on a sec. Ooh, that's cool. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom, like I have to pee. And now I have an option to put an ad in instead of just telling you guys I'll be right back. So I'm going to put an ad in. Please don't freak out. I'm so sorry if you don't want to see an ad. Just come back in like 2 minutes. I'm putting a 2-minute ad on. So I'll be right back because I have to pee. What is that noise? Something is making a weird noise. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. What do we think? How did it look? How'd we do? Did you get an ad that was applicable to you? Gosh, I'm so sorry, you guys. I know today is like a mess. What a disappointing beginning to a stream. But I have good, exciting stuff to show you that I'm gonna open it with you and you get to see it first in the world. And that is my bookbinding experiment. Let's see how it turned out. I'm like 90% done. I need to stand on this to get it open. Please, old. Ugh. It's gonna be worth it though. I think. Good. Whoa. Alright, washer's off. I hope you're excited for this, because I am, and if it doesn't work out, I'm probably going to be very sad. But I did my first attempt. I did my first attempt at bookbinding. It looks good, guys. Okay, so considering I have no education at all in bookbinding and I literally watched one video, so far it's looking pretty good. So I still have to trim my end pages. That's what these are. I have to trim the strings on my end bands. And then I have to add the fabric cover to all of this. So, but I've redone the spine now. It has a linen fabric cover. So far, like, it definitely could be worse, is what I'm trying to say. So that's the first part. I'm going to put this back in my press, and then I'm going to take out the second part, which I think is probably going to be the most exciting part. I hope. If it worked. If it didn't work, I am going to be like wildly disappointed, but we're going to hope that it just worked, okay? So just hold on a sec. Okay, and now here's the second part. This part is less likely to have gone perfectly, but okay. It could be worse. All right, it could definitely be worse. Here's, you know how I know it could be worse? Here's the inside. New book cover. You can see the glue kind of stained the fabric here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about that. Also, I I put tissue paper on top of wet glue and ended up like this. So the inner part of my book is so ugly, but I'm gonna figure something out. I will. I don't know what I'm gonna figure out, but I'm definitely gonna figure something out about how to get that off or how to cover it. So annoying and so ugly, but the cover's nice, right? Like, almost. So this is just gonna sit. It's mostly perfect, I think. The front cover's a little muffed up, unfortunately. Anyway, I did a thing. And I am very proud to have learned how, regardless of how perfect it actually turned out. So let me just put my wax paper back on, and then I'll put it back under the weight, and then I'll be right back to continue knitting. But I almost have a book bound. Almost. So that's my current cool thing that I'm excited about. And I'm hoping that I can get, you know, good enough at it to do it again. Or good enough at it that I feel competent enough to want to do it again, you know? So cool. This is just a learning lesson. Exactly. Exactly. All right. Let's see. Let's try and... You need to finish coloring that shirt. Not a bad idea. That could be a fun project, couldn't it? Okay. Let me see how my yarn is gonna sit in my lap to determine if we need to move the camera. This is where my knitting will sit when I am knitting it. Move myself a little closer here. Try and get you a little this way. Sorry, Toby. Watch your nose, bud. There's Toby. Oops. There he is. With his breakfast. Excuse me. Ooh, I just had a nausea sneeze. I literally... Woo. Oh, that made me feel like I was gonna puke. Sorry. I'm falling apart this morning, obviously. Just falling apart. All right, let's get back to knitting. Ooh, I felt awful for a second there. Okay, now can we just chit chat? Can we have no more interruptions? Please and thank you. I just want to hang out. Jeez Louise. There. Okay. That was a knit across row, and now we're back at a knit 3, purl 2. Okay, now we can talk. Jeez Louise, 1, 2, 3. So this weekend was fun. My sister and I did some Christmas crafts, which was cool. What else did we do? We did a lot of hanging out. Where did we go? We went to... Oh, I know. So I can tell you guys because my mom doesn't watch the stream or anything. We have a sibling Christmas plan for my mom's Christmas gift. And so Julia and I spent all day. Well, Julia, Alex, and I. Alex drove Julia and I around. But Julia and I were on a hunt. Elizabeth was with us too. Julia, Elizabeth, Alex, and I went to like 7 different stores over the course of the day on Saturday. 1, 2, 3. Hold on a sec. 4, 5, 6, and 7, I think. I'm gonna pull out all of my eyelashes today. I am so overstimulated. Oh God. Okay. Now let me just count out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. Okay. We went to like 7 different stores. We tried out like a million of the thing that we're looking for, and we have this whole perfect plan. I think it's a great plan, and we're going to be hopefully successful in finding what we were looking for this week so that we can be finished with it. I have to make my list, my like Christmas shopping list. I haven't even done it. I've been very off as far as like being organized this year. You guys know I've been through a little bout of depression, as it were, and as a result I've been pretty useless as far as being the manager of the household. I'm in charge of... Hold on. Why are you guys pearls? Oh, because this is the reverse side, Laura. Sorry, I got distracted by my own stitch thing here. Anyway, hopefully we'll be able to find the thing we're looking for this week. I would really appreciate if we could find the whole thing. It's a good little group gift. And Julie and I got to hang out, and I pretty much held Elizabeth all day, unless she was actively sleeping, and then we would put her in her stroller. But God, I love that baby. She's so friggin' chonky. She's the biggest chonky girl. She's so cute. Anyway, we had our first like winter storm. I'm sorry, I'm totally discombobulated. If you can't tell, I am completely discombobulated by the tech issues today and by my false eyelashes. I'm wearing lashes today, and I put one of them too close to my waterline, and it keeps rubbing up against my eyelid or against the white of my eye and driving me absolutely crazy. And it's going to make me lose my mind today. I can already feel it. This is a day when the false eyelashes come off as soon as the camera comes off. Seriously. And then in addition to that, the tech issues we had at the beginning of the stream are still throwing me off completely. Has your mom put the stand mixer to use yet from last year? I'm sure she has, Candace. I'm going to be honest with you. I haven't been at all keeping track of that at all. I haven't kept track of any baking like timelines or anything. But yes, you best believe. That's one of the things we've been thinking too. Should we be getting her attachments and stuff for that thing? I have a birthday. Oh, happy birthday. I always thought it was a 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday. It's almost, there's so many birthdays in December and the time around December. For my family, October, November, December is like birthday bonanza. So many birthdays in fall and winter in my family. Oh, I actually think I fixed the thing that was touching my eye. Whatever was touching my eye is no longer bothering me. Oh, thank God. I was so over that. Yesterday, I took all of my larger houseplants that were in my bedroom, and I put all of them in the shower. So they are all currently still in my bathtub because I showered them down with warm water, and then I filled the bottom of the bathtub up about 3 inches with water and let them sit in there for a couple hours. Then I drained it and let them sit in the tub overnight to finish draining. And now after the stream today, I'm going to have to put them all back where they go. But everything is so well watered right now. Everything looks very happy. Louisa, the coffee plant, is currently still thriving. I have high hopes for her. If she could survive the rest of winter, I would be a very happy lady. I'm going to do my best. Same thing with pretty much all of my other plants. I'm going to just do my best to not kill anything. Some things are already struggling, though. Are you having that experience yet? Beelzebub, don't you do any crimes, all right? I thought I just saw her where she shouldn't be through the corner of my eye. All right, now I'm on another just regular knit across row. And I think this will be the last row for this yarn before we get into the next ball. Unless there's one more row, which is possible. This one I'm just putting one knit in each stitch across, which is going to get me to begin another basket weave. She did great during the summer, she did. I think she will be fine this winter, unlike my avocado. I hope she'll be fine this winter. This winter, she's under grow lights. Last winter, she wasn't. So I'm hoping that that's going to make a benefit, like, because she almost died last winter, like, real close to dying. This winter, I really would like to prevent that. So I've been doing, like, every week or every other week, like, a real thorough soak in the bath to make sure she's getting a good amount of water. I'm hoping I'm watering enough. I don't water nearly enough in the winter, and I know that. And every winter I'm like, why are they all dry and starving to death? And then I water them all, and then they root rot. And I'm like, how could this have happened? Incongruent watering, bro. I'm a Taurus. I can't do that stuff. I'm going to do stuff at the same time every day. Okay. I want to believe this winter is going to be the winter that none of my plants die, but more likely it's the winter that all of them almost die and then just barely survive, and then when they get to go outside at the end of May, that's the only thing that keeps them from fully dying. Please hold while I'm going to just turn off the camera so you don't have to watch this, but I'm going to just fix my eyelashes once and for all. Hopefully. Okay. I think I got it. Okay. Survived. I know. It's like really interesting for you. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Let's not cause trouble here. All right. Let's see how we're doing. Looks like everything is going okay. Nothing is freaking out on my computer. Good. Love that for us. Anybody else have their houseplants come in? Feeling worried about them? Oh, by the way, my older sister, I saw our Christmas list. On our Christmas list for me and my siblings, we write things that we want for Christmas in this notes, and then we are all able to edit it and talk about what we're going to do for our parents. So we have that note, and in that note I added all the links to all of the seeds that I want for next year, almost all of them. And guess what? Oops. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sorry, ADHD. Guess what? All of my seeds have been taken off of my list. Almost. The ones that were available have all been taken off my list. So, very excited about that. I have, do you want to hear which ones got taken off the list? because I'll tell you. Because it's very exciting for me. After I do this part, hold on. Let me just do this first row first. Oh my god, I feel like a brand new person now that my eye is not being actively touched. It really was getting to me. Oh, now I feel so much better. I feel like I can act like a person again. Hello, I have eyes that are not being scratchy. Oh my god, do you guys see those things on Instagram or TikTok or wherever of the doctor who changes the color of people's eyes and they look just horrifying? They just look so bad, and every time that they see their eyes, they're like, oh, and they're like this, oh, it's so bright and it's permanent, and then the doctor's like, yup. And then it says, may have dryness or scratchiness. That's what I've been having, is dryness and scratchiness. But the eyes look crazy because they're all one color. One solid color across the entire iris of the eye. And it looks horrifying. Have you seen those? I picked corn today. Oh, very cool. Because you live in the land of summer, where it's always summer and everything's warm and lovely. I'm not jealous. I'm just jealous. So there's a few more things that are still going to be on my list for my seeds. I want to get the Emerald Tassels Amaranth, the green one. I also want to get Hot Biscuits Amaranth, the brown one. And I want to get Pearly Winged Everlasting. It's like a white straw flower. And then I also want to get like king-sized white straw flowers. You have Hot Biscuits? Please trade with me. I want Hot Biscuits. First of all, what a delicious name for amaranth. Hot Biscuits. Don't mind if I do. But in addition to that, it's very pretty. I would show you, but apparently it would kill my computer to show you that sort of thing. She can't handle anything other than the live stream. Do you think I can get across one more time? I think I could get across one more time. We'll see. Pray for me here. This is where we're going to find out how far that ball of yarn can go. Knit. Oh, I feel so much better. The internet's working. My eye doesn't feel awful. If you're new here, by the way, and you're like, what are you talking about sending seeds? If you're a patron or, come on.
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast. If you're a patron or a YouTube membership holder, don't look at my mail. That's private. If you're a patron or a YouTube membership holder, why is this so difficult for me? Why is my life like this sometimes? Ignore the garbage on my floor. I was doing arts and crafts, okay? Okay, there we go. Anyway, I have a couple little packets, so it'll be limited seed-wise, but at least growing. But you're a beast at growing stuff. If you send me, like, a couple of amaranth seeds, I'm sure one of them will survive. Amaranth, they're pretty tough. Anywho, I'm excited about that. I do want to start thinking about next year's garden already, but it's not time. I do also have perennials that I want to cold sow, and it's probably time. I can probably cold sow a few things by now, I think. And now I have blanket flowers, and I have Cheyenne Spirit Echinacea, which is so exciting. It was one of the ones that I wanted to get seed for next year, and then the garden center near my sister's house had one, and that it was regular price $10.99, on sale for $5, on clearance for $2. And I was like, for a Cheyenne Spirit, and it was I think it was I don't know, 1 gallon. The pot was this big, and it was an extra deep. Like, it was this big and that big. Is that 1 gallon? It might have been 2 gallons. It wasn't a 5 gallon, I don't think. But it was a pretty big size for a pot. It had, like, multiple, like, plants in it of Cheyenne Spirit for $2. That's cheaper than the price of the seed packet for it. So I was very pleased with that. So I don't have to grow seeds for that one. But I do want to grow more perennials, and I always feel like perennials, I don't want to grow them because it takes 2 years for a lot of them. But then if I had grown them last year, I would have flowers this year. So I want to just kind of pull the trigger and do it anyway. But I don't really know what stuff I still want to be planting. I would like to look. Do you guys want to look in my seeds? Would you be down for that right now? I have one more row of just knit here. No, we're supposed to finish the scarf today. We have a plan. If I go get into the seeds, will we finish the scarf? I don't know. My kale is also still completely fine. Outside, I have maybe 10 kale plants just sort of scattered throughout the garden. My sweet alyssum still has flowers on it, and my kale, all of my kale, and my Swiss chard, my purple kale, my blue kale, and my green curly kale are all totally fine in the garden right now, even though we've got, like 4 inches of snow. Seems completely unbothered. So does the sweet alyssum. It's so interesting because the foliage is all covered in snow, but the flowers are visible, even though like the flowers are not covered in snow, and they look totally unbothered by the cold. I will say, if you didn't know this and you do get winter where you live, don't pull out your sweet alyssum. Let it just sit. It'll eventually die, but you'll have little flowers for way longer than you think. Sweet alyssum's a beast. All right, how are we doing for length right now? What's your guess? How long do you think this thing is? It's around 55 inches long. So we may well get to 60 inches, which is what we were hoping for. 60 inches is what we suspected we would get based on our first ball of yarn's measurement. So if we can get over 60 inches of length, I will be very pleased. These are very, very, very thick, chunky stitches that make it a very stiff sort of drape. But I think that we can still make it happen. I think that probably blocking it will soften it. I don't know if that's true. I'm hoping blocking it will soften it. What am I doing? Knit 3, purl 2. Knit 3, 1, 2, 3, purl 2, 1, and 2, and then knit 6. Ugh, I will have a new dog tomorrow. That's crazy. It's exciting, but it's also sad, but it's also the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ugh, I hate chunky stitches. And 6. Knit 2. Hold on. Yeah. Right? Yeah, okay. Knit 2, purl. Hold on. Why are you hard to remember how to hold? Purl 1. I forgot how to hold my yarn there. Could you just put it in your car for an emergency blanket? I mean, hold on. What did I do here? That's not right, is it? Please hold. It's knit 3. So did I do a purl 2? So knit, purl, purl, knit, knit, knit. Yes, okay, good. Never mind. Never mind, I'm good. Laura, someone cropped her ears with what looks like scissors. To me, they're healed and stuff, but the way the fur is growing, it was clearly not a vet job. I'm sorry. That's awful. But also, Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think that animals should ever have their ears cropped, but even though I believe that they shouldn't have their ears cropped, at the same time, I do believe it looks good. The way a big, huge pit bull, mastiff, bully-headed dog looks with cropped ears, I think it looks good. I don't like it. I don't approve of it, but aesthetically, I do like it. I think it looks good. I don't think you should do it because it's literally pointless. Like docking a tail, I don't really feel bad about docking a tail because you do that with a lot of livestock. Like there is a lot of livestock that just gets their tails docked for their own safety. And I feel like in a lot of situations with those big bully breeds, docking their tail is for their safety because if you've ever been whipped by like a Rottweiler's tail that hasn't been docked, it can bruise you and welt you and hurt you so bad. And then it also can hurt your dog because their tail wags so hard. How many of you have known a person who's had to do this? Because I've definitely known someone who's had to do this, where their dog repeatedly split their tail open because it would wag he would wag his tail so much. And he was a bully. He was a pit bull mastiff. He had the biggest head. His name was Crixus. And he ended up having to get his tail docked. She docked it long, so it was like this long instead of like a true dock. But she docked his tail because she had him for 2 years. She had him since he was a puppy. He had never seen anything but love. But he was so wiggly and waggly that he repeatedly split his tail open by hitting it on furniture. And so eventually, after many attempts at taking care of this tail to heal it after getting injured, she ended up docking his tail, and it was the best thing for him. He never had an injury on his back again, and he repeatedly injured himself. Livestock is fine, or for a working dog, but please don't dock a tail just to keep the tail from hitting things. Medical reasons, sure, but my sister has a Cocker Spaniel that has a docked tail. I hate it. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I don't know how I feel about it, really. I remember we bred our poodle. Our poodle got pregnant with the neighbor's poodle. Thank God for all the reasons. Both dogs were registered poodles with papers, and both had all of their health checks because we had got a poodle and our neighbors had got a poodle, unrelated to each other, years apart, not from the same litter. Everything worked out okay, but our dog had puppies. And when they got brought in for their first shots at the vet, it was just dew claws and tails. It was that was what you got done on. They were 2 days old. 2 days old, and they got brought into the vet, or 5 days old. It was something ridiculous. They were very small. They came home from that vet appointment, and they had not bled. They didn't bleed from having their dew claws or tails docked. There was no stitches or anything. Anyway, it wasn't really it wasn't can you please dock the tails of our poodles? It was we're bringing in our poodle puppies, and that's what the vet did. The vet docked their tails and cut their dew claws as, standard practice. So maybe now it's not standard practice, but, yeah, when I was in high school, so God, that was 20 years ago now, but back then it wasn't standard practice. It was standard practice when you just went to the vet with your puppies, that they would just do whatever the standard was for that dog. At least that's what I understood. I guess I could check with my parents to find out if that's what they see how it happened. Let's see. She did not get docked, but I do want to have words with the person that did it. She didn't get it docked. Yeah. Well, I feel you don't usually, as the puppy buyer, you don't usually get the animal docked. I feel that's the puppy seller who does that. If they're selling Dobermans, they're gonna have their ears cropped and tails docked because that's what people expect when they get a Doberman. I don't feel you do it, except with Great Danes. I remember we had a neighbor growing up who showed Great Danes, and when they were puppies, they would have these casts on their ears. After they got their ears cut, they would also have them in paper casts to stick up perfectly. And so I guess they got cropped after the fact. But anyway. I remember back in the day, my grandfather had a Doberman with floppy ears and a long tail. He looked like a total goofball and was a goofball. He was so cute. Yeah, a Doberman looks like a completely different dog without a tail, or with a tail and with ears. Without having their ears cropped, they look like a hound dog. Just a hound dog. They just look like any other, like, not sight hound. Like scent hound. They look like a scent hound. Like they could be some kind of short hair pointer spaniel type. Yeah, totally. They're very cute goofballs when they don't have their ears cut. But they do look very striking with them cut. Yeah, they look like a German short-haired pointer that's black and tan. That's what a Doberman looks like. I love a German short-haired pointer. I love a Brittany Spaniel. Gosh, a Brittany Spaniel is one of my favorite things to see on a walk. If I'm gonna get to like interact with a dog, I've never met a Brittany Spaniel that I didn't like. I remember one in our neighborhood when we lived in Ottawa, and obviously her name was Brittany, and I was like, oh my god, that's so funny. And then the person who was walking her was like an old man, and he was like, it's not because of Britney Spears. And I was like, what do you mean? And then he was like, it's because she's a Brittany Spaniel. And I was like, okay. And he was like, it's just everyone thinks it's because I named her after Britney Spears. And I was like, I didn't even think about that. I just thought it was weird because it's a person's name. And then the guy was like, it's a Brittany Spaniel. And I was like, okay. She was the softest. She was very sweet. Very sweet little Brittany Spaniel. Look at how small of a ball of yarn we have left. I don't know how far before I should start making my knit one, purl one stripe. Not stripe, you know the word I'm thinking of. Okay, now we're gonna knit 7, I think. Or is it 6? I don't know why I can never remember that one. Let me see. 1, 2. Come on, you. These stitches are tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we have 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. Okay. It is 7. Don't worry. Double check. Yep. Purl 2. 1 and 2. Okay. I'm trying to figure out when I should be doing my rib stitch. How many rows of yarn, how much yarn do I need to do my rib stitch? I don't remember how much I used. That would have been a good thing to have information for. I hope this scarf looks cute, and I hope it's not too heavy that it looks stupid, you know? Because it's so chunky. Like, what would have been the solution if I used even bigger knitting needles to make this less dense or less stiff? I guess bigger knitting needles. It's so dense. But it's pretty. Ugh, God, I'm gonna be so mad if it's a stupid scarf if it doesn't work well. I'm not gonna be so mad, but I'm not remaking it. This is the scarf you're getting. This is the quick and easy scarf that you get. It's the quick and easy scarf you deserve. It's gonna work out fine. What's your favorite breed of dog? Mine is Chihuahua, but that's because I'm absolutely biased. I think Chihuahuas are amazing. Obviously not in the context of hanging out with a big group of dogs, but they've stolen my heart. If I could have any dog in the world, though, and I wasn't responsible for making sure it had perfect... If I had the money to guarantee perfect care... I saw the word poodle, Candace. If I had the money to guarantee perfect care for a dog and I wouldn't have to do all of the work, then I would want to have a German Shepherd. That's like one of my all-time favorite dogs. I think they're the most beautiful dogs in the whole wide world. I would have a German Shepherd. I would have a golden retriever, like a good old-fashioned golden retriever, silky long hair, big beautiful beard on it, just a gorgeous big animal. I would have a Doberman, and I would have... What long hair ones would I have? Like big fluffy dogs. Probably a Bernese Mountain Dog. Bernese Mountain Dog. West Highland Whites. Well, West Highland Terrier. They're cute. I used to really like West Highland Terriers. And then I switched over to Yorkshire Terriers. I love Yorkies. They're so cute. But if somebody else took care of my pets for me, and I just got to do like just the loving on them, and they kept my pets clean, then I would want a German Shepherd. I have no interest in caring for a German Shepherd. I don't want to give a German Shepherd a bath. I don't want to give them a blow dry. I don't want to cut their nails. I don't even really want to have to do the exercising of a German Shepherd. But if someone else did that stuff, and the German Shepherd just lived in my house and I had none of those responsibilities, I would love having a German Shepherd. But I don't like any large dog that sheds, because I don't like the smell of dogs. I don't have any allergic reaction. I don't have any real problems with it, but I don't like dog smell. And Toby is so small that his dog smell is negligible. And when he is extra dirty, it takes so little time to clean him up. Like, to get him beautiful again is not a big deal. Whereas if you have like a German Shepherd, it's like a whole thing. Especially also having to go, just like the amount of mess they are, just the mess that comes with larger dogs that shed. I'm not about it. For me, it's drooling. Also drooling. I hate dog drool. I hate the smell of dog drool. I hate just everything about that stuff is so gross to me. But I love seeing those dogs. Like when my sister and I, a couple of weeks ago, we were in a Canadian Tire, and there was this giant dog, one of the biggest I've ever seen, and it was a Newfoundland Retriever. I've never seen one so big. We asked if it was mixed with a Great Dane or like an Irish Wolfhound or something, and they said, no, it's just a very big Newfoundland Retriever. And the dog's head was as big as a lion. I'm telling you, it was the largest face, with so much skin and so much drool and so much love. And I just loved on this dog for like 5 minutes. The owners didn't mind at all. And then after we left, I was like absolutely disgusted. I had to go immediately to the bathroom to just like soap and water up to my elbows. Because like that smell and that feeling makes me feel so yucky. But up until that point, I was in bliss just loving on this dog. All right, we're coming along. We're getting somewhere. I grew up with one. My mom worked showing Samoyeds to pay for a specific German Shepherd. We brought him to Canada when we moved here. He was gorgeous. He was a purebred, pure black Shepherd. Ooh, that does sound gorgeous. A black German Shepherd. Okay, so then we're gonna knit 3, 1, 2, 3. Then we're going to purl 2, 1, and 2. I grew up with standard poodles exclusively. My parents had a husky before any of the kids were born. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Yeah, my parents had a husky before any of us were born. And then after we were born, we got a poodle when we were, I don't know how old we were, young, very young. And then a second poodle a couple years later, and then a third poodle a couple years later. And then the first poodle died. And then we got another poodle, and then the second poodle died, and then we got another poodle, and then the third poodle died, and we got another poodle, and I think it was just basically a repeat of that until now, where my parents have one poodle. But I grew up with many a poodle. In total, we had Arthur, Louie, Cleo, Elvis, Dave, Phil. So there have been 6 poodles in my family. It doesn't sound like that many now that I've put it that way. It felt like we had a million dogs, but 6 isn't that many. So, what am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, purl 3. Do you have a good angle? Do you feel like you're able to see what's going on here? I just want you to be able to like actually watch without me like getting it out of the screen. Purl, 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 back to knit. Our house was very clean growing up though. Considering we had like 3 dogs at a time, feels like poodles was a good choice for if you're gonna have a million people in and out of the house and try and keep it clean. Because we had 4 kids in my family, all of us were teenagers at the same time, and we had 3 dogs. So there were 6 people, 7 when my Nana lived with us, 7 people and 3 dogs. So many dogs, so many people. Very busy household. And because my mom really liked to keep it very neat and very clean, poodles were a good choice. And then every 3 months they'd just go and get their hair done and come home looking cute. But a German Shepherd, oh, I would love a German Shepherd. But I don't want one. I would love one, but I don't want one, you know? Like, I just want Chihuahuas. Ugh. Just because I love other breeds, I don't think I'll go to them, but I do think they're nice. The poodle we had was between a toy and a miniature. Each parent was different. Our second poodle, Louis, was between sizes. He was supposed to be a miniature, and when he was little, we thought he was a miniature, but he ended up being about the size of a Cocker Spaniel, which is like halfway between a miniature and a standard. And we loved him very much. Poodles and poodles. Arthur was such a good dog. Cleo was my heart. She was like my favorite of our dogs growing up. Obviously they were all my favorite, but Cleo and I had a bond. Loved that dog so much. She was an almost all white. She was copper colored. We were gonna name her Penny. When she was a puppy, she was fully like orange. We were gonna name her Penny because that's how orange she was. And then she turned into a cream color dog. When she grew up, she was cream. And then when she got pregnant with puppies, she was cream with a black nose. When she had puppies, she turned white with a pink nose. Or like a brown nose. But she turned fully white after having puppies. And we were like, okay, cool, Cleo. But she started off copper color, shifted to cream, was cream colored for like 5 years, and then she had puppies and turned white. It was very weird. And all of her skin turned a different color. She went from having black paw pads and a black nose to having like pale brown. It was very weird. Isn't that weird? I didn't know that they could change color. I know they can change color when they get old, like they can get white as they get old, but hers, she wasn't old. She was maybe 3 when she got pregnant. All right. Now, oh, this is a knit across row. I love when we get to a knit across row. They're so quick. I don't have to think. I could just knit my way across with no troubles. Oh, golly. We gotta be getting close to doing our rib stitch now, right? I'm nervous that we're gonna run out of yarn. Also, should I do tassels? Maybe I should switch to my rib stitch now because if I want to do tassels, I'll need some extra yarn. What do you think? I think that might be a good idea because I need to do, how many rows of rib stitch do I need? You're so cute. I need, what? 1, 2, 3, 4 rows. I probably should switch now to rib stitches because it could be trouble for us if we run out of yarn. And by us, I mean it'll be trouble for me. I'm switching to rib stitch, everyone. I think, do you think I should do one more row first? No, because one more row is one more repeat, and I don't think I have enough yarn for a whole repeat. Knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. I should have done knit two, purl two. I didn't. We're just gonna go with it though, because I can't undo it from the other end. Can I? Knit one, purl one, knit one. What are you guys working on today? Anybody making anything with me? Knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. Yeah, this was the right choice because I have to do 4 rows, and that 4 rows is going to shrink this ball of yarn. Yes, it's not a dumb choice. Knit one, purl one. Dog bed. Oh yeah, I forgot. How's that work going? Crochet sweater. Ooh, and I need to start on a sweater for her. Oh, cause she just a BB. That's awesome. Slip, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. Yeah, look how easily and quickly that ball is. Get off of my plants, you. Go on. She keeps trying to go on my new bone holder. I got a new container to put the skulls in when they come back. Speaking of which, I'm gonna email him today, see where he's at on the bones. You guys, we're definitely finishing. I know it's 11. I'm on my third last row. We're gonna finish this today. Beelzebub, get off of that. No birds allowed on those. Yeah, hey babies, I hear you. Are they bothering you? Toby tried so hard to be a tough dog against Beelzebub this morning because Beelzebub was trying to eat his food and he was standing there just barking at her. It was so cute. Are you whistling at me, Beelzebub? Hi, baby. Beelzebub. Come here, Beelzebub. Come here. Knit, purl, knit, Beelzebub. Good morning, Michelle. I'm nearly finished my scarf, and then it's going to be time for us to weave in a bunch of ends, which is exciting. Beelzebub. Who's saying Beelzebub? Is that Gary? Yeah, that's Gary saying that. That's nice. Gary's calling for his girlfriend. He's saying, come here, Beelzebub. Oh, very nice. Oops. Let's trying to make it so you can see what I'm doing. Where are you going, Toby? I think T-O-B-Y has to go O-U-T. I'm gonna see where he walks to. Hey, buddy. What do you need? Sorry, I'm listening for if the bird says O-U-T, because Toby just stood up. Toby, do you need to go out? Do you need to go out? Is it time for Toby to go out? Yeah? Oh, look, he's all excited. Okay, good morning. Just a minute. Oh, just a minute. I'll be back in a minute. Please hold. Hello, I'm back. Don't panic, I'm here. Hi. Good morning. And okay. Success. We are alive. We survived it. Everybody's okay. And I actually found something else I wanted to tell you guys about. And that is, I found when I was looking for my craft supplies for my bookbinding, Beelzebub, get out of there. Go on. You know the rules. Thank you. When I was going through my craft supplies, I also found clay. Old clay from the old house, from the farm. I'm so sorry. I think I'm going to take a break off of lashes now because I'm going to go crazy from this. Okay. Anyway, can you just hold on a second? I'm just going to pull them off because I'm going to go absolutely nuts. I can feel them touching my brain. All right, well, so much for that. Some days are just not for makeup, and today is one of those days. Today is one of those days. All right, it's fine. Deep breaths, everyone. We're gonna survive this. Everything's fine. I am so overstimulated today. Today is gonna be a day where I'm not talking to anyone. I'm letting you know. After the stream, that is. Okay, so something I wanted to show you that isn't really related to knitting the scarf, but we will get back to knitting the scarf, and I do believe we will finish it. But before that, I want to show you, I found clay in my craft supplies from when we lived on the farm. And over the last couple of days, I rehydrated it. So I put it into water. I let it completely dissolve into the water. And then I poured off the water when it became clear at the top. And this was basically just like mud at that point. And then I scooped the mud that had been fully rehydrated. I scooped it into a fabric napkin, a cotton napkin, and I let it drip overnight. And now it's like a little wet still, but my clay has been made useful again. So I have that tiny amount that I got recently, that I made recently. This is old clay, and I know this clay is perfect. Like, it already is the perfect mixture because this is the same clay that I used to make my handmade pottery that I already previously made and fired. And yeah, it's just like perfect clay. You can, oh my God, you can feel it just right away. Look at how nice it is up close. Look at like how easily it just moves around without like cracking. It doesn't want to crack. It's like got so much elasticity, and it smells so good. The other one smells gross. Like it smells poo-ish. Like it's not poo, but it smells kind of poo-ish. Like it just smells bad. This one smells so earthy. It smells like ground up rocks. It smells so good. I love it so much, and I'm so excited to make stuff with it again. Ugh. It's so lush. This clay is the perfect clay. I can't wait till we have a fire again so that I can actually fire some of these clay items we make. Do you want to make something right now? My ADHD is on fire today and I'm overstimulated and this feels nice. I'm looking around for something I could use as a shape to fit the clay in. It's such nice clay and it has a perfect blend. There's like some sand in it that I remember I re-added and it looks so good. I think I do need to do a little bit of mixing. Do you want to do some clay stuff? I think that sitting on the floor might be better for this job. So just hold on. I'm going to set up the camera and the mic so that I can sit on the floor with the clay. You go over here. Just stay out of the way. Sorry that this live stream has just gotten extra chaotic today. But the tech issues threw everything off for me. Okay, let's try here. See if I can get a spot where you guys can see what I'm doing, and I'll pull the mic down. See if you'll be able to hear me here. How about that? Gonna move your breakfast, Toby. Toby.
Breakfast.
Breakfast. Okay, so there's my big mass of clay. I'm just trying to shove it all together before I start trying to turn it into like a wedge. This is not my best idea, I think. I need something hard to do it on. Could I just do it straight on the floor? It's probably a bad idea. I'm not a potter, so don't come for me and be like, you're wedging that so bad. I'm not worried about it at all. I need like tension on this. What are you gonna make? I don't know. Probably little plant pots. What else could I make? Probably just plant pots, really. I can't think of anything else that I would make in terracotta. Because that's what this will be once it's fired. It's fired at a very low heat. You're playing in my living room and I'm trying to get chores done, and every time I walk by you're doing something different. I love this. Oh good, I'm glad this is entertaining. Did you watch from the beginning? I made such a screw up of the beginning of the stream today. Sorry guys. Okay, I'm almost well mixed here. Almost bubbleless, I can feel. I need like this. This is what I need. Sorry if you can't hear me well. It's important work that I'm doing down here. Ooh yeah. Ooh yeah, or whatever it's called. Okay, that feels good. That feels like a nice piece of clay now. This is so beautiful. This clay is so much nicer than that other clay I was just playing with a couple of days ago. This clay feels like arts and crafts project clay. Make a Christmas present. Maybe for next year, Candace. This clay is gonna take weeks to dry. Like if I do make something with it right now, it's gonna take time to dry. Then it's gonna take even longer to like dry all the way. And then I don't have a kiln, so it'll be going into like a fire pit, and it won't be going into one now. Hello? Microphone. Don't do that. Okay, that's a beautiful, huge piece of clay. I'm very, very pleased with that. It smells so good. I wish you could smell it. It smells like wet earth. Unless that doesn't smell good to you, in which case it doesn't smell good then. Okay, what can I make? I can make a bowl or a pot or something. Ooh, that could be fun. I could take one of these and make clay around it turn into a pot. That would be fun. So I'll just grab a lump, smoosh it all around until it feels really good. Roll it around. Bada boom, bada bang. Then I'm gonna roll it into some kind of ball. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay. Now I'm gonna start flattening out the ball a bit. Okay. And now that the ball is a little bit more flat, I'm gonna put it on top of the bowl on the outside and start to press it in. And I'm not gonna go crazy stretching it too much. I'm just kind of pushing on it. And because I'm pushing on it, it is moving up the bowl a little bit, and that's okay, that's what I'm trying to do, but like slowly. It's gonna be a good idea, I think. My idea that I'm doing right now. It's gonna work out really well, I hope. Okay, so there's part one. Now we need to get another round built onto it. So I'll get another piece of clay, and I'm gonna roll, get that piece of thread out. I'm gonna roll a little sausage, a little clay sausage. Okay, then I'll wrap my sausage around my bowl. And then I'm gonna just start pressing it into the big part first. Cool, like that. I'm vaguely using skills that I learned from an Andy, what's his name? Andy Wall, not Warhol, Andy, I forget his name. Anyway, I'm using skills vaguely learned from the YouTuber Andy something, and he does anthropological pottery making. And he does something in the reverse, he does the reverse of this. He uses a puka, which is basically a bowl that you use to make other bowls. But it has a name. Okay, so first I'm gonna get this whole bowl like covered as best I can with clay with as little error in thickness. We want them all the same thickness all the way around. I love clay. Toby, do you want to do a footprint? It's like the perfect wetness to take the impression of a foot right now in all of its detail. Okay. So then the next step after that, after I cover it all to the point that I want it covered anyway, the next step is going to be to get it off of this bowl. And there were a couple of ways that I could have made this easier for myself. One of those ways would have been to put like a thin piece of fabric in around the bowl before doing it. That's usually what you would do if it was with a puka, or the puka would be made of terracotta, so it would be easy to separate. Whereas this is made of glass. I've made it difficult for myself but I still think it's going to be worth it, and I think I still will be able to figure it out, how to get it off the glass when it's time. For now, I'm still making it the same thickness all the way around. So that's gonna take me time. So I don't even need to solve that problem yet, you know? We'll cross that bridge when we come to it. Okay. We're getting close to where the entire bowl is covered roughly to the same thickness and roughly to the same height. But this bowl will shrink quite a bit, so the form can't stay in it, or the clay will just crack and break off. So the form has to come off now. That's the next step. Let's see if we can get it off. Oh, doesn't look like it's gonna want to do that for us. Is it too wet a little bit? I think maybe we're just a little too wet right now. I can't seem to just peel it off. That's annoying. Do I have any terracotta that's raw on the inside? No, I don't think I do. Hello.
Hello.
I feel like all my ceramic is finished on the inside. I don't think I have any raw. Cool. So this would have worked if this bowl was not made of glass. But it is. So it won't work. I love that for us. That went well. Good job, everyone. Great work. We've all done just a great job today. How annoying. Okay, I don't think we're going to be able to do this today. I think the clay needs another day to dry. It's not stiff enough to hold itself up without like starting to ooze melt. It's like a little bit too wet. Just a little bit. So I'm going to give it a little bit more of a massage here, and then we're going to wrap it back up in the fabric and let it dry out one time. What about doing it on the inside of the bowl? Love you guys. Love you too. Yes, we can do it on the inside of the bowl, but I was trying to get the leaf pattern to be on it. These bowls have a leaf pattern. I was trying to get that on the glass. Then when it dries, it'll shrink and come out of the bowl. Yes, that's the puka way. With Andy Ward, that's his name, Andy Ward. I'm just trying not to move the fabric around too much. Obviously that doesn't work. I want to just put it on my table. Do you think that's the worst idea? If I'll wipe my table after, because then it doesn't have anything to stick to. It's probably a great idea. I'm not worried. I'm not worried about it. I'm just trying to be gentle because there's technology plugged in around me, not because I'm worried about the clay. The clay would prefer if I was a little bit less gentle with it. I'm doing like the most gentle wedging you've ever seen. Look up a video on how to wedge clay. This is like the most gentle version. You're really supposed to smush it when you wedge clay. That's what it's called when you prepare clay to be used. It's called wedging it. In case you didn't know. I'm here to help with all your arts and crafts needs. I think it's almost like tomorrow it'll be ready for me to form into stuff. If it's ready tomorrow, I'll just put it in like a Ziploc bag so that I don't do it without you guys, okay? In case you're interested in seeing what I make. Ugh. Come on, you. I'm trying to get rid of these lines at the top. You're gonna have to really scrub that desk or your scarf will be brown. And that's a fact, Candace. And I will scrub my desk. Okay, here we go. That looks nice. Just trying to create a nice round ball. Or like a nice seamless ball. It's not about being round as much as I want it to have no seams on it. Why? Because I decided. Okay, that's good. Here's my beautiful, gorgeous ball of clay. Oh God, it's the most gorgeous thing in the world. Okay, now we can put her back into her cozy little bed made of fabric. Put you over here, and then we'll wrap you up, little one, to just dry out a little more. Not too much, just a little. And then later on we can make something cool. Okay, let me just wash my hands and then get something to clean the desk with. Trouble. Come on, you. There. Good. Nailed it. Now we can get back to knitting. I got to do a little bit of sensory play. Now I feel calm again. Actually, though, I got to do some sensory play and now I'm not feeling overstimulated. Who'da thunk? I should keep track of that because I literally was feeling like on the edge and now I feel much better. ADHD on a roll, absolutely. Hello. Hello. There. The ADHD has been on a roll since 1992, Candace. It's going great. This is all how I was planning for it to go. There we go. Jeez Louise. Getting set up is all discombobulating. Okay, knit. Oops. Oh, right, we're not doing that anymore. Purl. I think this is my last row before I'm supposed to cast off. So I think we are going to do tassels. Is tassels a bad idea? I mean, it's an acrylic scarf. Tassels is probably fine, right? I feel like I'm supposed to be casting off on this situation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm supposed to be casting off right now. Let's try that again. What is it, Beelzebub? Get off of that! I told you no! Beelzebub is trying to eat plants for who knows why, because she's like that. Okay, and then we can yarn over. Okay, and then we knit one. I don't think we need a stretchy cast off here. And then I'll just give it a little extra. I think I'll do loose stitches. Purl one, cast over, knit a loose one, cast over, purl a loose one, cast over, knit a loose one. I'm trying really hard to knit loose. I'm knitting intentionally loose. Hopefully it's working for my cast off to not be too like stiff. Hopefully. Just believe. Okay, and then purl, extra loose, cast over, knit, extra loose. It's gonna be fine. Just let me just talk myself through it, and then you'll be able to see at the end how good of a choice we made. Purl loose. Cast over. Hi, Toby. Hi. Knit very loose. Cast over. Beelzebub, get off of there. Go on. I keep having to scare her off. She's not allowed to eat my plants. There's rules in this house. Are there really? No. Knit. Cast over. Purl. Cast over. Knit. Cast over. Purl. It's going great, everybody. In case you were wondering, this is exactly what we want. And we are so close to being done this scarf, and then we'll be able to do a final measurement, and we'll be able to determine. Okay, sorry, I thought she was doing bird crimes. Then we'll be able to determine tassels or no tassels, and you guys are gonna have to help me with that, because I have not got the slightest clue if that's what we should do or not. Okay, and now I'm going to be done with the yarn. I'm gonna pull one more. Oh, this is not a crochet hook. Can't do what I'm trying to do. Good boy, Toby. Toby's such a good dog. Good boy. Okay, there's it, finished. Now let me bring you back just to the front camera view. Back away a little here. Oh, sorry, Toby. Here's your breakfast. There's Peekaboo's, and there's yours.
Breakfast.
breakfast. Okay. Ta-da! She's beauty and she's grace. She's gigantic, but also simultaneously not big enough. It's like it's not big enough to go around your neck, you know, like how a scarf would. It's also way too thick for that. I think this is the situation. You put it around your shoulders, you crisscross it in front of you. Maybe I need to put buttons like here and here. Or like here and here, like on the corners. You button it. Or it's almost a vest. If I connected here and here and made like a straight rectangle down, that could be cool. Put long ties and tie in the back. Yeah, but I don't feel like I'll do that. I feel like this works fine, just crisscrossing it. But I do like the idea of there being something to secure, like here. I don't know. Let's lay her out and get set up to weave in our ends. Let me just get my yarn needle that Beelzebub stole. Thank you, Beelzebub. Take that back. Okie dokie. Excuse me, Tobe. We're about to get into it. Okay. Here we go. I'm gonna start weaving in. I guess we'll start here. I'm a little bit anxious about weaving them in. I'm not practiced at weaving in my knitting. I'm okay at weaving in like crocheted ends, but knitted ends, a little nervous. We're gonna try. We're gonna make it work as best we can. And if it doesn't come out looking phenomenal, then that's just what happens. That's really pretty. Thanks, Michelle. I thought it was going to take us 1 day to make. It took us 3 streams. So I called it a super quick and easy scarf. I thought we were going to like, oh, it'll take us 1 stream. It's going to be so awesome. No. It took us literal weeks. Okay, this is connected to this. That is connected to that. So if this would get connected to this, then where does this one go? So this should continue what this one is doing. Mm-hmm. Pray for me as I weave in these ends, guys, because if this is how I ruin this project, I'll be really upset. It's looked so good up to this point. How much do I have to do before I can cut the yarn? Like, is that enough? Have I gone far enough? How much weaving in is really necessary here? Knitters, help me. I'm gonna call that good. It's probably fine. If we're gonna get this finished in half an hour, we can't be weaving in 2 feet of ends, you know what I'm saying? Lol, I also thought weaving in the ends was gonna be quick, and look how long it's taking me just to thread the needle. So much for that. Oh my god, my stomach just made the craziest loud ass growl I've ever heard. Calm down. This is my best job weaving in ends for knitting. I'm not having fun, let me tell you. Weaving in the ends for knitting is not a job that I want for myself. Hold on a sec. Okay, got it. Sorry, it took all of my brain power to do that for a second there. Now I think I've got it. Beauty, beauty, beauty. I don't really want to finish filming my bookbinding video right now, but I kind of have to today, so I can try and get it edited on time. Wish I could help. Sorry. Thanks, Candace. Appreciate that. If you could, I know you would. Ow. We are almost finished this frickin' sweater. It's not a sweater. Then we can get back to the sweater now, though, which is good. So we can hopefully get that finished by Christmas. Wouldn't that be nice? All right, two ends woven in. Only 35 more to go. Here's the next one. Hello. Okay, now there we go. its way across now. I hate chunky yarn so much. This isn't even chunky yarn. This is like super chunky. This is like roving. It's like I'm knitting with roving, which is not what I want to be doing. There we go. Oops. What happened? No, I lost one. Okay, I'm not going to get stressed. Just gonna do it again and it's all gonna be fine. I will be very happy once the sweater is done. I do think I'm gonna soak it. I don't know if it's acrylic, so I don't think that should do anything. Like, in theory, it shouldn't need to be soaked. But like, I feel like it could stretch it out a bit. Not sweater, right, not sweater, sorry. Did I say sweater? Scarf. Breathe, just breathe. Yes, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. It's all going according to plan. Let's not panic, okay? Okay.
Oh my God.
You almost got there.
What? Okay. You don't mind. All yours.
Okay. I felt like it happened to me losing the stitch. It's very annoying. I'm glad that we had to feel it together at least. At least I don't have to feel it alone. The rage. Okay. Two more, just two more. We're almost there. We're gonna finish it. We're gonna finish this scarf today. I'm getting very excited to see the final look. Well, you'll see the final look on Wednesday because I'm going to soak it right now in hot water, even though technically I don't really need to do that. I'm still gonna And I'm gonna probably also give it a good stretch out to see if I can get those stitches to look any more relaxed. I feel like it looks so snug right now, and I'm hoping they'll relax a little bit if I soak them in some hot water. Even though it's acrylic, just hope with me, okay? I know it's acrylic, but maybe just for us this one time, it'll make all the difference. You know what I'll do? I'll wait, I'll block it, and then on Wednesday, if you guys look at it and say it looks like it's missing something, hold on, what are you attached to? You are supposed to be on this side, right? That means you are supposed to go, yes, under here. Yeah, you guys can have a look at it and tell me if it looks like it needs tassels or not on Wednesday, because it'll be dry by then. So you'll be able to see what it actually finally looks like. Ends woven in and all. There we go. Just a couple more. 3 more tails to weave in. 2 here and then just the initial tail, and then we can be done with this scarf for today. I am happy to get it finished. Even if it's not. Where do you go? You go... Huh. Since Alex is bigger, maybe it would be the perfect size for him to use on his walks. So I already made this with a person in mind who it's for. So it's not for Alex. If he likes it, he gets to have it. That's pretty much the way it always goes with all my handmade stuff, but it does have a person in mind already. But if Alex wanted it, you best believe he would be welcome to it. But he also knows this was made with a person in mind, so I doubt he'll want it. I also like that I made the whole gift with that person in mind, so I also don't want to give it to Alex because I made it with a specific individual in mind, so like the gift is for them, you know, like throughout the making of it, I had them on my mind, so that makes me feel like, I don't know, like it's got some good mojo for that person. And it would be misused. A blob. What happened? There we go. We have one more tail now, guys, to weave in. And then this thing is freaking finished. I'll be so happy. In like 5 minutes, I'm gonna be done this scarf, and I will finally have one Christmas present finished. Whoever it's for, doesn't matter. The main thing is that I will have one more gift finished. Ow. Where do I want this to go next? Down. Good. There. Beautiful. Last tail. Cut. And now, let me look at it up front. We can all take a little look-see. Here's what the back looks like of the scarf. And now, here's what the front looks like. Ta-da! Okay. How about like that? Ooh, nobody's getting cold in this. I have to try it on with a coat to see if it's comfortable. But it's definitely warm, I'll tell you that. If you went out like this, ain't nothing gonna be getting in. Actually, that's kind of a vibe. Like a high neck scarf that you just put under your coat like this, and then the whole top folds out. In which case, I think I'd want to do it the other way. I think I'd want to go like this, so that the basket weave part is what sticks out. Like this. What is it, Beelzebub? Okay. So that part's underneath the coat, and it's like done up, and then this part will stick up and out like a collar. Okay, I'm into that. Alternatively, oh well, you don't need, oh, it's done up, okay. Alternatively, just on the shoulders, crossed in the front. Or like a shawl. It's warm though. It's a good warmth for like, I would love if it was like, if it could hang a little bit longer, like just to there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, like I said, I'm gonna soak it, and I think I'm gonna stretch it to see if I can get it to just get any longer without losing too much of the basket weave awesomeness. I'm just stretching it right now, because we're all here. Ugh. And like, if it's wet, it won't be like twirling, you know? It'll be flat. Okay, so there's the length I can get it to just with one little stretch. Cute, I love this. This looks great. Okay, awesome. I'm in such a good mood about this. Okay, so we do have to decide if she needs tassels on the ends. We've got our front post, back post, what is this called again? Stockinette 1x1 rib knit for the edges on both sides. Oh, the basket weave's cute. Look how cute that is. I don't know that it's big enough to put on the end of the bed as a runner. It's a little bit narrow for that. But yeah. Rebecca, thank you for the advice to just do a slip for the first stitch of every row. That definitely looks more finished, more professional. And I'm glad we went with the basket weave. I think that looks really nice. That's awesome. I'm very excited about that. That's gonna be perfect. Now, you guys don't get to look at what I'm doing, but you can hang out with me while I do it. I need to look at my Christmas list that I have started, so I can write that scarf, because now that scarf in my head is done. And I've already got my brain for who it is for, so that's what I'm writing in. If my pen will work, thank you. Handmade scarf. Okay. Gorgeous. I like it like that. You think so? We will find out. All right, let me look at my other gifts, what I have already. I have for Alistair And come here, you. Gorgeous. Huh. How far are you guys on your Christmas? I am very, very behind. I have like a couple gifts. Like a couple. I'm very not. Laura, have you used petfinder.com? Candace. They have a whole bunch of pups. Candace. No, I haven't looked at Pet Finder in a bunch of days. But it is in my most recently opened browser tab. So, I mean, I could just have a quick look. Just to see what's there. Who's here, I mean. I'll just check. Oh, God, there's so many animals that need a home. Let's just have a look at Pet Finder. Do you guys know about Pet Finder? I hope you do, but I also... You're just going to start looking at animals. You can search Chihuahuas. There's like 167 of them. Great. Don't you crash on me, computer. It's going great. Oh, so many Chihuahua mixes. So many. Size, small. Breed. And you know what? Let's just see what they've got for small. I can't show you guys, it'll crash my computer, but if there's something worth showing, I'll tell you. Aw. Pomeranians are cute, aren't they? I'm not looking for another dog right now, but I am always happy to look at how cute they are. Toby's more than enough right now. You know what I mean? Oh, but dogs are so cute. I love Chihuahuas so much. I just want to have 5 or 10 more Chihuahuas, you know? Like, I don't need any more pets. I just want like 5 or 10 more Chihuahuas. No, I'm not getting another dog anytime now. But they are so cute. Okay, I'm closing this. I'm exiting. Exit. They have a whole bunch of pups and you can search Chihuahuas. Candace, you are a bad influence, is what you are. In a good way, though. But in a bad way, actually. Okay. What was I about to do? Oh, yeah, I'm done with that right now. Was I going to open something else to show you? No, I wasn't. Okay, so knit is done. Book pressing is done. I'm going to film the rest of that tutorial today. Here's hoping I can get it done today, but I would not hold your breath. I'm feeling still like I'm behind. But I am going to work on it, so I'm going to do my best. I'm going to film my final parts of gluing the rest of it together today. And I'll edit what I can. And that's what's the plan for me, is film and edit. And play. I'm probably going to play with some stuff. Because I have clay now. And I have... Oh, I turned my rock tumblers on again. That was something I didn't tell you guys about yet. I might have told you. I turned on 2 of my rock tumblers, and yesterday I got to empty them and update like with new grit. And some of them look so good. I'm so excited to finish this set of rocks and then put in the next set. I used most of my rocks in other things, like in my garden and whatnot. So I'm excited. I only have like a small bowl that is like, that are rough enough to need to be tumbled. So I'm very excited to actually finish the process of tumbling them. I have a whole bunch of new grit. I bought new grit So now I'm going to have polished stuff. So the ADHD is thriving, but I think that my creative spark is coming back because I'm excited to play with clay. I'm excited to be tumbling rocks. I'm knitting. I painted, not last night, but the night before. So I'm feeling like we're on our way. And I'm doing a new craft, bookbinding. That's a good thing. I feel like my mojo is on its way back when I'm interested in doing a bunch of crafts at once, you know? So hopefully I can keep this mojo, keep this momentum, and then it'll be okay. I can't stay late today, even though I was late this morning. I'm really sorry. But I gotta go. I gotta go and I gotta get stuff done because I got filming to do today. But I had a good time today. I hope you did too. Thanks for being here. Thanks for hanging out with me. And Louisa, thank you for your super chat. I appreciate you. I appreciate all you guys who are here. Sorry that the internet sometimes just craps out. Hopefully, you know what? It's not going to happen on Wednesday, okay? Come back Wednesday. If it bothered you, it won't happen again. And I will see you on Wednesday. Thanks for being here, guys. See you next time. Bye.